Hi, hello. Hi, welcome. This is Kathryn Tatum, sales director out of Tallahassee, Florida. Welcome to the Davis area Quarantine Queens. I am excited to be here with you today, and today I'm going to show you some contouring. So this is something that I often get asked questions about, and so I want to share with you how you contour and what's the purpose of contouring. Quick thing, I do already have some of my makeup on. I'm going to show you powder contouring today because it's the easiest to follow along with. You can certainly do contouring with powder. You can do it with liquid. You can do it with highlighters and bronzers and concealers. You can do it with your liquid foundations. You can do it with pressed powders. You can even do it with loose powders. But today, what we're going to use is we're going to use our Mary Kay Chroma Fusion contouring powders and our highlighting powders. And so that's what I'm going to show you. So the whole purpose of contouring is to give your face a shape that you want, and that is going to have the light be so that it reflects off of your face as far as highlighting goes, to show and highlight areas that you want to draw attention to. And then contouring is going to shape your face so that way you have a more aesthetically pleasing shape. So what do I mean by that? So of course we all have our natural face shapes, right? And so that's great. And so you can do slightly different changes to your contouring based on your face shape. There are charts for that in case you wanted to know. We can certainly put that in the comments and I'll do that after the video so you have it. But really what it is it's looking at your face shape and you're going to contour the areas to then going to hide certain things, and then it gives you that nice shape. So, and then the highlighting bounces off of it. And so it's to bring it all together. It's all about depth and coloring. I kind of think about it like decorating at your house. Whenever you decorate, you're using different colors and different textures and things like that. So it's kind of a similar idea, just to kind of make you think of it in a different way. So that is contouring and highlighting as far as like, why do we do it? And so I'm going to show you. So I already have my foundation on. So just quick thing as far as what that looks like for me. Everybody's different. My thing is if I'm contouring, which is a daily occurrence for me, because once you do it, you get used to it and then you just do it, or I do. So I do it as part of my everyday. It doesn't take very long once you get used to it. So don't be scared by it. The best thing about, these things that we're showing you is it's out there for you to play with. And the more you do it, the more you're accustomed to it. And the more you get skilled and the easier it becomes, just like anything. And then of course, make sure that you're commenting and liking below at the video. So that way you can be entered to win drawings. We do drawings periodically. So make sure that you comment or like below. Talk to your beauty consultant if you have questions about any of this, and she can help you out as far as purchasing products and answering any questions. Of course, if you have questions specific, I am happy to answer them for you. So I will come back on the video afterward and I can answer any questions that you might have. And I'm sure your consultant can too. But that's why we're here, is to just show you and to educate you and to give you a little bit something extra to do while we ride out this quarantine. So, all right, now products that I use beforehand. So the first thing, I already have my moisturizer on, of course. After moisturizer, before I put on foundation, I put on foundation primer. So this is our primer. It's fantastic. It does have an SPF 15 in it. I love it. This tube is going to last you for about a year, honestly, even if you use it every day. That lays the foundation for your foundation. And so it just gets your face ready. It's going to fill in any inconsistencies that your skin has. It's going to make your foundation wear really nicely. Because when I highlight and contour, I like a full face, because a contour is more, it's not just like a dash out the door kind of look. It's a more full makeup look. I do use regular foundation whenever I do highlighting and contouring. And so I use our Time Wise 3D Matte Wear foundation. It's amazing. It has amazing coverage. It's so light. You don't feel like you have a lot on your face, but the coverage is phenomenal and the colors are amazing. So just for reference, I am Ivory in 140. All right. And then after that, I use concealer. Here you go. Just to conceal any blemishes and things like that. We're also going to talk about that with contouring too. I always finish. I like to set my liquid with a powder. So I have our mineral powder. This is Ivory 0.5. I'm very fair. I'm on the fair end of the spectrum. So mine's really light. And then of course, finishing spray, because finishing spray just sets everything, makes it look fabulous, and gets it ready to go. So that's what I have on so far. So you are aware. All right, let's get to it. So contouring. So the first thing you're going to need is you're going to need our cheek brush. So this is our cheek brush. This is mine. Here you go. The reason I'm going to stick my hand up here is because I want you to be able to see the shape. I think you can see the light pretty good right there. All right, so it's got a shape here. There's this small, short, flat edge. You have this tall, angled edge. And then, of course, you have the front of it, okay? So why am I telling you this? The short edge right here is for highlighting. The tall edge is for contouring, so your bronzer. And then the flat front is for your blush, all right? So fun fact. All right, so for that, we're going to do contouring first. So I'm going to be using this sharp, tall edge. I personally, whenever I hold my brush for contouring, I like a really nice fat hard line. And so what I mean by that is like, I want it firm. So you can see like I'm squeezing on it. So that way it's firm. So I get a nice line. I'm going to do this very dramatic for you because I want you to be able to see, and then I'll blend it in. All right. So I am using our Latte contour bronzing powder. That's it. Our other color is called Cocoa. Honestly, you can use either one. You just get a dramatic look. If you're more on the lighter end of if you're an ivory, I'm going to recommend the Latte definitely for my lower beiges too. If you're a medium to higher beige for the bronze, you can use the Cocoa. I do use Cocoa sometimes if I want a deeper bronze or deeper contour, just so you know, just gives you a deeper look. All right. So that's what I'm starting with. So brush, hard edge, just pinch it. That's what I'm doing. You can see I'm just pinching it so that it stays hard, firm. And then you can see I've got the contour powder in it. And I am going to turn because I need to look at the mirror, and I'm going to draw. So what you're doing is you want to find your cheekbone. So find your cheekbone. That's where your cheekbone ends. And then I want you to go down and you find where it connects to your lower jawbone. All right. So that's my cheekbone. This is where it connects right here. This is my lower jawbone. Where you're going is right underneath at that connection spot. So at the base of your cheekbone, right in here. I'm pushing on it so you can see the indentation. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my contour powder and go right in here. All right. I'm going to take it up because I like the contour all the way around. It's personal preference. You do not have to do it up here. I just like the shape and I like the way that it shapes my face and how the light hits my face. All right. So a lot of people say to make a fish face when you do this. So make fish face. All right, so you can kind of see. I take it down. Again, I'm doing this really dark because I want you to be able to tell. All right, so there's that. Sorry, guys, the lighting is a little interesting, so I just want to make sure it's even for you. And then I take it up. Another thing about contouring that you should know is you can totally do it to fix any imperfections. I've had a friend who would contour because she was in an accident, and one side of her nose had a lump on it versus the other. So she would contour out that lump on her nose so you couldn't see, just for a more even shape. We all have things that we're insecure about or that we don't like. And so that's the beauty of, makeup and doing that. So you can contour. I contour all the way around. Like I said, all the way up around. I pull my hair back just so like it's, not like completely on there. And then you got to blend in your line right here. Okay. All right. Blend it in and then take your brush and I'm going to blend it out for you. Obviously blend it out, but I want you to see. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to do one side for today so you can see because I want to be conscious of your time. The other thing I do is I do the sides of my nose. That's my personal preference. So whatever your concern is or whatever you want to do, I just like the way that it looks. So I do a little contour on my nose and then around my nostrils. I feel like I have a flared nose, and so it's just what I do. Everybody's different. You do you. So again, it's going to be on that side of the brush, and I'm going to come right here. All right. So you can kind of see. See? Ooh, there you go. All right. And then you can also use this to cover up blemishes. So I do have some blemishes right now. It's fun of stress and hormones and not eating what you're supposed to be eating. Your face shows it. So I'm going to come back in and I'm going to do a little bit on my blemishes. I will sometimes take my finger and do this just to spot treat it. So it's not as heavy, so it doesn't get like all over the entire area. It just spot treats. Just so you know. All right. and then I can blend it out. All right, now, I really think that highlighting and contouring, you need blush. So I'm going to put some blush on so you get the idea of a finished look. These are some of our blushes. Actually, these are all of our blushes. I am going to use our strawberry cream, which is this one. Sorry, it's really awkward and backwards. Strawberry cream. So I'm going to take that, and this is going on the base of the brush, okay? And so I do the apples of your cheeks and up. You can smile for your apple. Take a little bit more. And this is where you blend into. So you want to blend in your blush into your bronzer. Remember, I did this really dark because I wanted you to be able to see. So my line is going, or the cut, just so you know, if you want a makeup term, it's called a cut. A contour line is called a cut. And so that's a harsh cut, just so you can tell. And I did that on purpose. I will show you what cocoa looks like just so you can see that it does make it darker and you can really see the cut. And just blend it into your contour line, okay? I should have brought my powder brush in here to really blend that in. But for now, that's what we got. I'm going to take a little bit of the cocoa just so you can see the difference. I'm going to layer it on top. You can see how much darker it makes it. So that would be like a deeper cut. If I spray tan, I use cocoa. And then, of course, just to blend it out, I'm going to take a little bit all the way around. Okay. All right. You can see I need to take my powder brush and blend that in because I don't have my powder brush with me at the moment. I'm just going to use my finger. Fun fact, anytime I'm done, every time I'm done with contouring and highlighting, I always take my powder brush and I rub right here because it tends to collect over there in the little baby hairs, the little wispies of our hair, the sideburns. And so I always take my hand and brush that out, and I would take my powder brush and brush that out and blend this out a little bit. Again, I want you to be able to see. All right. And then highlighting. I want to show you highlighting. I am very fair. And so I personally use Biscotti and Blossom. There's the two that I use for highlighting. And so for that, you can use this brush, right? And you can use the base. I personally like to do my highlighting with an eyeshadow brush. So that's what I'm going to show you. The reason also is because those colors are small. The brush doesn't fit on them super well. So your Blossom is up here is a very pale pink. And then your Biscotti is a very pale ivory. Because I have a pink undertone, that's why I mix the two of them. So there's just on my brush. And then my highlighting, I like to do underneath my eyes. I think it really just sets your foundation and any concealer or under eye corrector that you have. And what it's going to do is it's just going to make it set and stay very nicely so you don't have any creases or smudges. I take it up underneath here. I also do highlighting underneath my brow bone because it lifts your brows, opens your eyes. Again, highlighting and contouring is all about bringing attention. Highlighting is bringing attention to the things that you want attention on, and contouring is hiding the things that you don't want attention on and then to create shape. So that's the thing. Other places that you can highlight, I will take it down underneath because it just opens up your eye area into your blush a little bit. It's very subtle right there. Other places for if I'm doing like if I'm doing photos or like stage makeup or something like that, weddings, I'm going to highlight in here. It's an upside down triangle. All right. And it's going down. And then you can do a full highlight down your nose as well. What that does is that's the light. So it takes the light from here to here. And then next place, right above your lip. It's called your Cupid's bow. So you put it right there too. This is all about lighting. And then the final place is right here in the divot of your chin. And it's all, so whenever someone looks at you, it's that light straight down. And then you have the light here for your white. So for big, you want to draw attention to your eyes. You want to draw attention to, typically, I'm saying in general, women want to draw attention to their eyes and to their lips if you're doing makeup like this. So that's where you're putting it. You can put it all the way around. A lot of people will put it all the way around. So there you go. And down my nose so you can see. And I'm just blending it out. Some people will put a little highlight under here just to kind of buff this out. I'm not going to lie. I just want to buff this out so it looks a little more finished for you. I will post a picture at the end whenever I get done so you can see my full face with it. So that way you can see. But those are the areas. So contouring, quick review. Make sure you have on your full foundation because you want that full look with your contouring and highlighting. You need your cheek brush, and this brush really is 3 brushes in one. It's phenomenal. So you can use this edge, the tall edge for your contour, which is your latte or your cocoa. Then you can use the flat brush, right here, the flat part for your cheek color, your blush, pick your color, your choice. And then you can use the short edge for your highlight. Let me show you the highlighters so you can see what our highlighters are because we do have them. So we have 2. So the first one is glazed. It does have a nice shimmer to it. And this is Honey Glow. So those are beautiful highlighters that you can use. Again, I'm just fair. And so I prefer, I need a lighter highlighter. So that's why I use our eyeshadows instead of the powder. If you're definitely at the higher end of the ivory, or you can totally use our highlighting powders. Definitely our beige and our bronze ladies can definitely use them too. But if you are fair like me, you want to talk to your consultant about Biscotti and Blossom because those are your friends. So I hope that that was helpful for you as you're learning in quarantine and getting a fun little break maybe from doing schoolwork with your kids or a break from work today, this Wednesday. So I hope that you comment, ask questions below, reach out to your consultant if you have questions, or tag me if you have a question. I'll be happy to answer it for you. But that's just a little bit about highlighting and contouring. So thank you so much for being in our group. We really appreciate you being here and supporting us in our businesses during this time, and just supporting us on this channel because we love to hop on here and have fun and share with you different tips and tips, tricks, and techniques. So that way you too can learn about amazing skincare and amazing makeup. And so that way you can, have some extra fun. So thank you so much for being on here. I hope you have a great day. Thanks.